everybody. Welcome to the first installment, the first episode of Elevated Podcast. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. It's Juan Lozada yet with you guys another season. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. This time, I'm not only doing, audio, I'm also doing visual takes on this. So go ahead and check that out on YouTube. If you're listening to this, obviously it's on Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff. I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for yet coming back, another episode. So it's an honor. It's truly a privilege, to sit down and have conversations with you guys. Okay. Take two, bro. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first installment, the first episode of Elevated Podcast Season 3. It's Juan Lozada here with you guys yet another week, another season. Most importantly, it's been a while. It's been a ride. 1 year ago, I actually started this. As of 2 weeks ago, I believe was my first anniversary. Hey, boy. Guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in week in and week out. It's an honor for me to actually sit down and have conversations with you guys, exploring some topics, some concerns of the human experience, So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Welcome. And if you haven't been here before, bienvenido. So I actually took a poll on Instagram, what should my first episode be about? And it was either Drake Wisdom or Grits, Not Griddles. And honestly, I was very astonished by, people actually voted for Grits and not Drake. So it was kind of iffy to me, but you guys know what? You guys asked for it. You guys chose it. I'm going to go ahead and run that for you guys. Let's get this episode number uno on the way. So you might be asking, Juan, how did you come up with this title? So this title was I was actually driving by McDonald's. It was breakfast time, and I used to love this. This is my favorite breakfast item from McDonald's, and it's McGriddle. If you don't know, if you don't know, now you know. It's amazing. So I used to love eating this, as I was growing up, with some OJ and McGriddle with some syrup on that boy, a hash brown. Oh, that joint fire, sheesh, you know what I'm saying? But alongside this, I don't know if you guys know this song. It went viral on Twitter or Facebook. I don't know what it was. It was like eggs, bacon, grits, sausage, hey, sausage. I don't know if you guys remember that beat or tone stuff, but that's where Grits originated from. But I love wordplay, so I was like, what rhymes with Griddles? And I was like, Grits, like that song, and I was like, Grits, not Griddles. And I want to begin with this quote, and it reads like this: Grit is that extra something that separates the most successful from the rest. It's a passion, perseverance, and stamina that brings change in order to stick with your dreams until they have become reality. This quote was actually by Dr. Terry Bradbury. I don't know if you guys know him. He actually wrote #1 best book seller, Emotional Intelligence 2.0. If you guys haven't read that, go ahead and check that out. I'm big on emotional health, so it was a good read for me. So the definition of grit is this: it's the courage and resolve and strength of character. Synonyms, range from bravery to having nerve, determination, stamina, tenacity, perseverance, spunk, all that good stuff. Now I want to go through quick important points which I believe can help us not only to attain the character trait grit, but it also translates to our 4 components, which are very important to me: our minds, our heart, our spirit, and our physicality. Now, my first point is grits need grot. And I'm not talking about Groot. No, I'm talking about, I am Groot. I want to side note real quick. one of my favorite movies of all time in the Marvel Universe is actually Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know, I just love everything about it. I love the music to the comedy in it, just feeling nostalgic. It's just amazing. I love that movie. I don't know if you hate that movie, I don't know, but I love that movie. Anyways, so grat is actually something very unpleasant. It's something dirty or poor quality. And I want to make this very clear. Grit is not passed down from generation to generation. It's a trait that is trained, which makes your job to find grit. Therefore, you can only find grit, you cannot find grit in your comfort zone. Grit will make you feel uncomfortable, and many times make you get out of this zone that you're in. Because nothing ever changes in the comfort zone, and everything remains the same inside of this space. Everything seems normal in it. If you're okay with being standard, I want to acknowledge that this podcast is not for you. I'm talking to the trailblazers, This podcast is for the people who want to exceed their expectations. I'm talking to the people who want to make a difference, who want to make a mark, who want to make history. And this brings me to my second point. If you want to be different, it takes grit, and obtaining grit will cost you everything. I want to make a quick example of what grit is. And, I don't know if you guys have seen, obviously you guys have seen, there's people looking at me, so it's kind of weird. I'm getting kind of red. If you guys can see me, I'm actually getting kind of red. People are just staring at me. Anyways, Thanos is, I think a perfect example of grit. As much as no one likes him and he's a villain in the story, he has the quality of grit. And he is willing to sacrifice everything for, the Infinity Stones. He lost, number one, Gamora, someone who he loved, and he was willing to kill her for that stone. He lost some friends along the way. He lost, just really even his own health. As a matter of fact, he was willing to sacrifice his own health in order to accomplish his goal, his dream, his vision. And so that, me and you are no different from this fictional character. We aren't, exceptional to making sacrifices. I know that most times it feels as if we want to, have good times all over the place, in and out. But it doesn't work like that. Our dreams take sacrifice. And sometimes our sacrifices kind of look like this. It kind of look like sleepless nights. It kind of looks like, losing a couple friends, as much as you don't want to hear that. You might have to miss a couple of parties. For others, it's a little bit harder. I've heard stories, from sleeping from floor to floor, or, making your 2-bedroom apartment into this business office. If you don't know where that's from, go ahead and check that out. But if you got the reference, you got it. Maybe it's, eating soba maruchan for like a whole 6 months and not eating out in order to invest into your dream. I'm not quite sure what it is you have to sacrifice. But I know that it will take grit, most importantly, to fulfill your dream. And secondary, it takes grit to fight for it every single day. Maybe some of you are like, well, truly, I don't know what my dream is. I don't know if I even have talents or gifts. I simply don't know, And so I want to do this quick example for you guys, and I'm finishing up. I don't like to take long on this, but I want you to close your eyes real quick for 10 seconds. If you're driving or cutting fruit, vegetables, don't do that, because I know you're going to get in trouble. But for 10 seconds, close your eyes, and I want to ask you this simple question. What would you do for the rest of your life if money wasn't an opposition? What would that look like? Now, hold that picture that you had, that you drew on your head, because it's yours. And I want you to understand that that's your dream. For some of you, it looks like painting for the rest of your life. For others, it's singing. Or for other people, it's working on cars. Or I don't know what your dream looks like, but I know that it takes sacrifice. And I want to give you 3 quick tips on how to better your life in obtaining your goal, like taking a step forward towards it. So, number 1, set goals, short-term, mid-term, and long-term. What do you want to have accomplished in 10 years from now? What about a month from now? What about this week? What do you want to accomplish? You know, it's Sunday because I'm sending this on Sunday. So what do you want to accomplish this week that will make you wow, that make you feel wow? You know, I'm actually working towards my dream. Number two, start taking steps today, which is so important. Small or big steps. It doesn't even. It could be quitting your job to. I'm just kidding. I don't know. You know, if you feel like you need to quit your job to, you know, chase your dream and that will push you, go ahead. By all means, do it. But take small steps. You know, start investing in little things. You know, I had to buy a camera and all that stuff. So, and number three, never, and I mean never, settle for less. Which brings me to my last point, and I'm gonna finish with this thought. Dig deep, dig diligently, and dig till you can't dig no more. I want to tell you that your biggest dream doesn't have to one day die. It could come to realize. And many times we don't, you know, go after our dreams because there's so much to give up along the path. And that's okay. That's part of chasing your dream. That's part of being a trailblazer. It's part of going to, you know, whatever it is that you have to do. And so just chase your dream. Don't let people talk down on it. Don't let culture talk down on it. Don't let your parents talk down on it. If you have a dream, go and achieve it. If it makes you happy and it brings you joy and it brings you peace of mind that you have actually accomplished something in your life, go and get it. That's what life is about. Don't settle for less. Excuse me. So please, guys, go out, chase your dreams. It takes grit. But look, griddles in life are, you know, easy to get. They're $3 in. But grit is priceless. I love each and every one of you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Elevator Podcast. I love each and every one of you guys. I'm always praying for you guys. This is for the people right here. This podcast is not for the masses. It's not for the numbers. It's not for the likes. It's not for the subscriptions. This is because I simply care about that one person that needs to hear this. And if you're that one person that needed to hear this, I pray and I hope that it reached you and it motivated you to go out and do something extremely positive. You know, grow. And just do you, man. That's what it's about. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.